So it's really good that we were able to open that first door with that kind of things and the idol Amore and whatnot, and then now to see something like this happening, and it's yeah, it just really strengthens me kind of as up and coming, being able to step forward and carry on what you guys are doing, and that's like the overall goal is to help and help and help and continue this battle that you guys are fighting with these things, you know. So, but yeah, it's just really good to see everybody here, and Lord blessed for praying for us, everybody for being here and supporting. Again,
And I do want to make acknowledgement. I always had told our actually Faye's daughter, Abby, Abby Morning Bull, and Alex were very um, much a source here in Pikani and surrounding areas of the Idol No More, especially for Pikani. We looked upon them to make that happen for Idle No More back in December. And if it wasn't for those flash mobs and that ruckus and that disruption in the Canadian economy and in the places of the malls, um, you know, that ministers' meeting wouldn't have taken place. And I know, Derek, that I watched the differences of the stance taken between the chiefs and our region's chiefs to meet with the minister and not, and all of those differences there. But that door, I don't believe, would have been open without the young people making that noise for us, singing those songs. And I was actually able to meet with Sagit Henderson of the Native Law Center in Saskatchewan over in February in Banff, and he had mentioned the story about how Idle No More came to be and how at the end of the day, all of our efforts from the legal perspective, the Indian Act perspective, all the way back into the day of the protesting, to the Grand Chief's perspective, nothing has really shifted that government. So what do we have left? Well, we could sing and we can pray. And that was part of the essence of that movement, is to send those songs up. And I know that it had awakened many of our spirits. It was a time, I remember, when we took over the highway briefly here in Pikani and held up traffic just for that moment. And I knew that as a Blackfoot person, as an Indigenous person, forget the leadership component, that if we want to, we have the ability to put this country on its knees economically. And that's the message that I want to send out there, that we've given a taste of it. We've knocked politely on that federal government's door and said, we're ready to talk, but if you're not going to talk, well, we'll kick that door down. And so we have that ability to do that, and that was a taste of it this past year. And with the momentum gathering, there's blockades going on as we speak. Those of you on Facebook, we get to update and share the statuses of the political activity that's happening at a grassroots level, for council levels, etc. Everybody's doing their part in this big dynamic puzzle of Indian politics, basically. And I want us to keep that focus on, because we're all fighting the same war. We're not on different sides of this. We may feel that way in our community. One has a perspective, they've pegged another, council versus people, whatever the case may be, the generational gap. The bottom line is we're all here together, and if we don't understand that, then we're still on that colonial mentality. We're still buying into that mentality of what we're shoved down our throats throughout the generations of genocide. So if we don't understand we're not on the same page, step aside. You're causing more harm than good. So we're here to unify, whether we're under that INAC structure, whether we're at a grassroots, whatever label you want to put on yourself, we're all in the same movement. Whether it's from my sister who's a physician educating her clients to utilize more Indigenous perspectives versus simply writing prescriptions that she's not favorable of. She shares with me her stories, whether it's these university students, Arnell and Alex and etc., going and making that message known throughout our communities and our institutions, whether it's our members here, whether it's Faye in the courtroom fighting for our national right, or our NRTA, our natural resources to be transferred back that were wrongly taken from us. We're all in this together. And I want to send that message for yourself, Chief, to take that message that you have support here in Blackfoot Country and in Treaty 7, and we give you that support through prayer, through good words, through positive energy, and we send you and your people on your way to continue the message that you bestowed to us today, and we're grateful for the things that you do. Again.